the leopard demon that killed nearly 400 people. In the forests of Kumaon, northern India, more than 100 years ago, there was a predator that terrified entire villages. Its name was the Man-Eating Leopard of Panar. According to historical records, this leopard was responsible for the deaths of nearly 400 people, making it one of the deadliest man-eaters in history. The leopard of Panar was a large male leopard, living deep in the forests near the Panar region. At first, it was simply an ordinary wild animal, hunting deer and smaller prey, surviving like any other leopard. But then the question is, how did it turn into something people feared like a demon? Around the year 1900, a deadly cholera epidemic struck the Kumaon region. The disease spread quickly, and villagers were terrified of being infected. Because of fear and panic, many victims were not properly buried. Instead, their bodies were left behind in the jungle. The leopard soon discovered these remains, and that was the beginning of its taste for human flesh. From that moment on, the leopard no longer needed to hunt the hard way. Human remains became an easy source of food, available almost every day during the outbreak. As the epidemic continued, the leopard grew used to feeding on humans. Eventually, the cholera outbreak faded, and deaths became rare. The bodies were no longer there, but by then, the leopard had already developed a craving for human flesh. So instead of feeding on corpses, it began attacking living people who entered the forest. Many workers who went into the jungle never returned home. As the death toll increased, villagers around Panar became too afraid to enter the forest. But the leopard did not stop. When people stopped coming into the jungle, the leopard came to them. At night, it quietly entered nearby villages and began hunting people in their own homes. During this time, the famous hunter Jim Corbett heard the reports and traveled to Panar to stop the beast. But this leopard was fast, intelligent, and extremely difficult to track. Corbett struggled for a long time to bring it down. By the year 1910, the leopard had become so bold that it dragged a villager from inside their own house. Corbett set a trap. He tied a goat near the home as bait and waited in silence. When the leopard approached and grabbed the goat, Corbett fired, but the shot was not fatal. The wounded leopard escaped into the darkness. Corbett gathered villagers carrying torches and followed the trail. The injured leopard could no longer run far. It hid in the shadows and launched one final attack toward Corbett. But this time, Corbett fired again, and at last, the leopard of Panar was finally killed. According to history, it killed nearly 400 people during the early 20th century. A terrifying reminder of how dangerous the conflict between humans and wildlife can become. If you are interested in wildlife and nature, please consider subscribing to this channel.